Hi you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this natural wave look in a quick weave. So if you are interested, please make sure that you go ahead and grab your pen and paper, and if you are new, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. So I will be using the Indi Tower 27 piece for this look. So now I'm going to go ahead and start laying down my 1-inch tracks. In the description box I will leave the link to the full detailed tutorial step by step. In there I will be showing you how I mold and prep my client, and I even show you how I do my signature way of making sure that at the back of a 27 piece that they do not flip up. So I am going to be showing you my signature technique for that. So now I'm going to go ahead and begin laying down her sideburns, and this is always important because when it comes to framing your client's face, you want to make sure that you have enough hair to do that without having to bring those tracks so far to the front, because the main thing with framing your client's face is having enough hair so that you can maneuver if you're doing like the little swoops and the swirls. So if those tracks are too far down on that client's head, you will have trouble trying to get those nice little swoops in framing the face. So I am continuing to go from side to side, and this is something that I do all the time with majority of all my quick weaves, and you'll learn the more that you get into doing quick weaves that the foundation of laying down the tracks are pretty much going to be the same. But with this quick weave, I did stretch out all of my tracks because I knew that I wanted to go for that super nice natural look, because whenever a person is getting a quick weave with finger waves, or even if they're using their natural hair, it always mimics that nice slick look when you get a relaxer. So this is the same exact thing. So you have to have that mindset of thinking that, okay, how would someone's hair lay if they are finger waving their natural hair? This is the same exact concept that you are going to use whenever you are doing this for a quick weave. So if you are trying to master learning how to do quick weaves, you want to learn how to do it, or even if you're trying to get into quick weave wig making, I do have an online academy where I teach this step by step and give you that foundation and walk you through it. I go into detail and we do challenges inside of the academy to make sure that you are executing along the way. So I will link the information to my academy so that you can go ahead and enroll, because this is definitely a experience where you're going to be able to actually implement what you are learning and not just watching content all day. That's not how the academy works. I focus more on allowing you to learn and actually give you challenges to be able to put work in to apply what you actually learn in the academy. So if that's something you're interested in, again, I will link all of that information in the description box. So I am now going in a circle. So the main thing here is to make sure that you are going to end up with the space where you are putting that closure. And I am going to use the closure out of the pack for this style, because this one doesn't really require you to do a whole lot. This is one of those simple styles, so you don't really have to really go in with, anything special. You can actually use the closure out of the pack. So even if you are nervous about doing closures, or if you are thinking about how you would close up your quick weave, do not feel bad or feel ashamed if you don't know how to do a closure without using the one inside of the pack. I'm here to let you know that there are ways around it, and you can still use that closure without making it look like you are actually using the closure. So now I am down to the end now. So I take that closure and I put it in. So I do hold it down as I am combing it. And the reason I do that is because I don't want that closure to slide, just in case if it's not all the way dry. So I am shaving this down. And to get that natural look, you guys, you want to make sure that you shave it down close enough to the head so that whenever you are going in to put a lining, or if you choose to just leave it as it is, you can do that. But you want to make sure that you are shaving it down enough and making sure that it is thin, because that's what's going to make it look really natural. So when it comes to doing a quick weave like this, your best friend is going to be the thinning shears. If you want to get that super natural thin look, your thinning shears is going to help you do just that, because the thinning shears it is thinning out the hair. It's not taking off length, it is thinning out that hair. So you're going to thin it out enough so that it actually falls like like someone's natural hair if they had a relaxer. So when you put that foam wrap on there, it should lay down smooth like butter, just as you can see me doing here. And what you're going to do is go in and put that foam wrap in there, and you want to make sure that it is saturated enough, because if it's not, the issue you're going to run into is not being able to maneuver that hair how you want to. So as you can see here, whenever I put that foam wrap on there, it is going in the direction that I comb it, because with weave, it can be stubborn if it's not enough product on the hair. So I am now just going towards the face, and you can kind of go in any direction you want to. It's completely up to you. But all I'm doing here is putting that foam wrap on there, and I am just waving it so that it frames the face. And again, when you get to these sideburns, the key thing is making sure that it is thin enough so that you can maneuver that hair how you want to. And you don't necessarily have to go in the same direction. You can go in any direction you want to, because I do find it a little bit more challenging whenever I try to frame. When I try to wave going towards the face, I do find it a little bit more awkward. So for you, even if you have to, do a parting or go in a different direction, do what's going to be comfortable for you. And I always like to go in sections, because it's way more easier for me to keep up with what I am doing. And that's just the way that I like doing it, because it can be a little bit more harder if you are trying to be all over the place and trying to connect these waves, because the whole goal is to make sure that they are going spinning around in the same pattern. And when I get to the back, I am going to have to blend it with the bottom. And you can even just, even if you don't want to taper or either, put a lining on it, you can wave this all the way down. But for this particular look, I'm not going to wave it all the way down, because again, if you are going to leave it flat at the bottom, remember that we did shave this down in the beginning, so you're not going to have that much hair to be able to maneuver it that way. So now I am on the other side of the head, and I am doing the same exact thing. And honestly, I don't know why it's this way, but it seems like one side always wave easier than the other. I don't know, but maybe it's just me. But I find it that sometimes it's a lot more harder to wave one side than it is the other. I don't know if it's because I'm predominantly right-handed or not. But when it gets to framing the face, this is where you want to really input your creativity and make sure that your little swoops and swirls make sense when it comes to this, because sometimes people get all outrageous with these swirls and it look kind of weird. But you want to make sure that it suits your client's face and it's not really doing too much, because this is something that, you're not really going to put any curls or anything in it. So whatever you do, you're going to be able to see it. But you want to make sure that you are making this frame their face pretty nicely. So if you are new here on the channel and this is your first time watching one of my tutorials, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to, go a little bit deeper and see these tutorials in real time, you can always join my Legacy Elite membership here on YouTube. Or if you are looking to really scale your business and learn how to do quick weaves and quick weave wig making in detail, you can always join my academy, and I will link all of that information in the detail box. But for the most part, when it comes to doing these types of quick weaves, the foundation is the most important piece to this, because if that client has too much hair, it is not going to lay this flat. So a lot of the time, I am always servicing clients who either has alopecia or really fine, thin hair. So it is always going to lay phenomenal on clients like that. But if you happen to have a client and you are doing these natural finger waves, you can always braid their hair in a beehive and go around, but you have to make sure that you are doing small braids in order to get it to lay super flat how you want it to lay, especially like this. But this is pretty much the finished look, you guys. I appreciate you so much for watching this tutorial and tuning in and always supporting the movement here on Felicia Inspired Teachers YouTube channel. So let me know what you think about this look, and if you would like for me to make more tutorials like this, comment, learn in the comment section. And again, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.